Gel nail. This is what gel nail has done to me.
My fingernails are literally falling off.
My cuticles are pink and swollen.
I was raw and sore.
I lost half my nail bed. They're pussing. My nails are peeling off, ripping off.
This is painful.
I fear we need to have a very serious conversation about gel nails. Because somehow, we all collectively agreed that putting chemicals on our nails, curing them under a UV lamp, feeling a burning sensation shoot through our fingertips, and then saying, beauty is pain was just normal. No, seriously. When did getting our nails done turn into a tiny science experiment on our hands? And I'm saying this as someone who has gotten gel nail polish before. I still get gel nails sometimes, just not nearly as much as some of these women do. I did not even start getting gel nail polish until a couple of years ago, and I have probably done it less than 20 times total. But after making this video and seeing what some women have gone through, I am definitely reconsidering my decisions. Because 1 minute, the girlies are getting cute milky white gel X nails for vacation, Christmas, birthdays, bridal era, soft life era, clean girl era, whatever era we are in this week. And the next minute, people are on TikTok saying their nails are peeling off, their cuticles are swollen, their skin is blistering, their nail beds are lifting, and they may never be able to get gel again. And I am sorry, but that is not just a bad nail appointment. That sounds like your hands are begging for help.
Nail. This is what gel nail has done to me. Made me disabled, disfigured me just doing my nails for Christmas last year. Today is 1 year. I was admitted, 5 operations. To the end, that took my stone.
This is a warning for anyone considering getting gel X nails or doing them at home, because if I had known what would happen, I would have never done them. Basically, I was going to the nail salon to get my regular dip done. And when I got there, the owner of the salon was like, listen, I think you should try this new thing we're offering. It would be great for your nails. It's super easy, yada, yada, yada. So I was like, you know what? Okay, sure. I'd seen gel X on TikTok. I never heard anything negative about it. So I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. They seem to look great. So let me just say, during this whole process, I was feeling weird about certain things, and there were things that they were saying that didn't sit right with me. So I should have known better. I should have just not done it, but I chose not to listen to my gut and I did it instead. First off, he was like, I'm going to give you a discount. This is really new. We want you to try. We want you to love it. Like, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay, that's nice. So I sit down to get them done, and the girl who's about to do them, she's like, are you sure you want to do this? And I was like, yeah, why not? She's like, well, I don't know. I just, just want to make sure you're sure about this. And she's like explaining it, but she didn't seem so sure about it. She was like, I've like mastered it, but just beware that it's going to be really painful. And that's when I should have said, okay, never mind. But I was like, what do you mean? She's like, it's just going to burn really bad when I cure them. So if you're okay with that, we can do them. And I'm like, they look good. Everything's fine. I wake up the next morning and I'm feeling a little itching underneath my nails, which I don't think much about. I'm a little wary, but I'm like, okay, I'll keep an eye on it. It could be anything. Then ironically enough, I'm on TikTok and I'm scrolling and I stumble across a video about a gel X allergy and the dangers of doing gel X. You can look them up. They're pretty terrifying, but essentially they're like, if you're feeling any of these symptoms, you need to go get them removed immediately. So immediately I go to the nail salon. This is the next day. I ask kindly for them to remove them. I just said, I'm feeling a little burning underneath and I just want to be safe and careful. They remove them and everything seems okay. My nails are a little swollen, but everything's okay. 24 hours later, my cuticles are pink and swollen. They're pussing. My nails are peeling off, ripping off. They're disgusting. It's been like 2 weeks now and they're getting a little bit better. I've been putting like antibacterial cream on them, but I mean, the reaction that I've had, and from what I've read, this is like a lifelong thing. Now I probably can't get my nails done and it could affect other things. It's crazy. This is like really concerning.
And for years, I've been harping on about the dangers of gel nail polish. I haven't done gels for probably at least, I would say 10 years, and I always recommend that my patients don't do it. And now we know that the gel polish contains an ingredient called TPO that is actually an endocrine disruptor.
So these gel manicures can thin and weaken your nails, making them brittle, so more breakable. That's both from the chemicals as well as the sanding process to remove the polish. And then longer term, the curing process. So under those UV lamps exposes you to UVA radiation. And that's the same type of radiation that causes premature aging as well as skin cancers. And while the risk from the ingredient TPO, which was just banned in the EU, are less clear, they have raised concerns about issues with fertility and reproductive health.
The thing about gel nails is that they look so harmless because everyone gets them. Your friends get them. Your coworkers get them. Your nail tech recommends them. Every salon offers them. Every bridal Pinterest board has them. TikTok is full of come with me to get my nails done videos where the final result is shiny, perfect, glossy, and cute. So of course, people assume it is safe. And honestly, I understand why. Gel nails are pretty. They last longer than regular polish. They make your hands look put together. They do not chip as fast. And when they are done well, they really do look clean and polished. But the problem is, just because something is common does not mean it is risk-free. Gel nails are not regular polish. They involve products that need to be cured properly under a lamp. They involve chemicals, filing, buffing, soaking, scraping, glue, hard gel, builder gel, Gel X, dip, and sometimes aggressive removal that leaves the natural nail underneath looking like it has been through a war. And then when your nail starts burning under the light, everyone acts like that is just part of the process. Girl, why is my nail bed sizzling? Why am I sitting here pretending I am calm when it feels like electricity is running from my fingertip to my wrist? And the scariest part is, a lot of women said they ignored the first warning signs because they trusted the salon. They thought, well, they do this all day, so it must be normal. But pain is information. Burning is information. Itching is information. Swelling is information. Your body is literally sending you a message. And sometimes we ignore it because the nails came out cute.
So if you haven't heard, gel nails are now banned in Europe because of a chemical they contain called TPO and may cause fertility and reproductive issues. Before everybody freaks out on whether or not we should get gel nails anymore, I want to talk about a few things. Okay, one, as a low tox girly, I don't like to call myself non-tox girly because there are some things that I still allow into my toxic bucket. One of them being gel manicures. So I already know that gel manicures are not the best for us. They are something that I've actually done since I was like 19 years old because I've been modeling for 15 years of my life and we always had to have our nails nice and done. About 2 years ago, I actually stopped doing gel completely because of these reasons, but then I'm now in my bridal era and I just want my nails nice. Let's get to the study. So this study was done on animals, rats to be specific, and they are actually forced to ingest it. So not topically, but actually eat the TPO, the chemical found inside the gel that they are saying causes fertility issues and reproductive issues. Of course, we use animals because they are the closest in DNA and human structures for us to figure out these kind of things. Also, the amount they were given was extremely high doses, more than we would ever experience when getting our nails done. So what can we do and what can we take away from this? For a while, they were saying that our nails don't actually absorb these chemicals, and they have proven that to be false. Our nails actually do absorb and leach these chemicals into our bloodstream.
To my girls who like to get manicures every 2 weeks, me included, did you know that women of color are more likely to get cancer from going under that UV light every 2 weeks? Because I most definitely did not. I've been getting a gel manicure every 2 weeks for the past year and a half, religiously, like I never skip it. And I made a video on here that went viral like a year and a half ago or like 2 years ago where I was talking about how like my nail beds are getting darker and I have hyperpigmentation on my hands now that I didn't have before. So clearly I knew that the UV light was doing some damage. I knew that, but I did not know that it was going to give me cancer.
Here's a picture of someone with a gel allergy. The first kind of feeling of a gel allergy is right here, will be super duper itchy, and under here. It'll be like a fire ants are in your skin. It is awful. Then you'll get like all these weird bubbles underneath your nail and then right here. And then lastly, your skin will dry out and it'll eventually start coming off like this. Here's a picture of what the little bubbles will look like. I don't know why this is blurry, but your skin will legit come off. And your nail beds will start lifting. It's kind of like a month process.
With me to get these nails off. I've only had them done for about 2 days and I feel like it's really not rocking with my skin. This morning I woke up and I just scratched here and that's mostly red. Also the neck, I only scratched on the left side and not the right side, and you can clearly tell the difference in redness. Also here, this was so red yesterday and all I was doing was scratching with these nails and it was making it even more red. Like I feel like it wasn't just the typical like irritated skin that I get whenever I scratch. It was like raised a bit. These might not be the cause of my flare, however they're not contributing. They're fake as fuck. I knew that from the jump, but I just wanted to have some cute nails for a bit. I'm paying to get these. My health is more important than my looks, so if these gotta come off, so be it. I'm just a little hurt that I wasted some time getting these on and paying for it, but it's whatever. It's a learning lesson. We'll probably try again in a year or something. All right, you know.
I went from having beautiful, healthy, strong nails right here, beautiful, like every 2 weeks I would get my nails done. Then I started noticing every single time I was getting my nails done, this little reaction right here. Then that little reaction led to this major allergic reaction, and it appears to be that this allergy is from gel polish. I think it's been already like 4 years that I got this reaction. It started on my toes, believe it or not, because I used to get gel on my toes. So I thought I had some sort of fungus. But then shortly after, I got the reaction on my nails, and it was a gel polish allergic reaction.
Some women said everything was fine for years. They got gel manicures all the time, every 2 weeks. No issues, beautiful nails, strong nails, cute colors. Then one day, out of nowhere, their fingers started itching. And at first, it may not seem like a big deal. A little itch around the cuticle, a little redness, a little burning. Maybe the skin feels irritated. Maybe the nail bed feels weird. So you think, okay, maybe I scratch myself. Maybe it is dry skin. Maybe it is nothing. Then it gets worse. Blisters, peeling, swollen cuticles, skin coming off, nail beds lifting, nails breaking, nails feeling raw and sore. Some women said their nails literally started separating or falling apart.
If you're applying gels to your nails, you need to stop. I'm here to warn you before it's too late because a lot of the health problems are irreversible. In 2018, the British Association of Dermatologists issued a national warning about the artificial nail allergy epidemic, warning people of the lifelong effects of gel.
Develop this allergy, then you have developed the allergy.
Yes.
And that means that in the future, it might prevent you from having surgery for, sort of hip replacements, that sort of thing. It may prevent dental work. So it has a much more wide-reaching area than, just an allergy.
Yes, because what happens is once you develop an allergy to the methyl acrylate, it's a delayed immune reaction. So the immune cells in the skin will start mounting a response every time you are exposed to that ingredient. And that the methyl acrylate is not just in gel nails, it's also in joint replacements, dental work, even in some of the apparatus they use to monitor blood sugar levels in diabetes.
I am one of those people who have developed an allergy to UV gel, and it is not worth it. And guys, I was using this stuff for like a year and a half and no problems at all. All of a sudden, one day, I just started feeling this tingly, itchy feeling on my thumbs first, like right around here. And it lasted like a week to 2 weeks. Not even kidding you, I was itching and rubbing my skin so much that it caused blistering, and my skin just kept peeling and peeling and peeling. I had to like literally remove my nails. I lost half my nail bed. Half of my nail bed. I was thinking, oh, maybe it's just, my nail being too thin. It's not the gel. I was really trying to convince myself it wasn't the gel. But no, a month ago, I was like, let's just test it on my toes. Let's see how the UV gel looks on my toes. Not even kidding. 24 hours later, a rash comes in, spreads across all my toes. My toes are red. They're raised. There's blisters all around my toenails. Like, I can't make this up. So I was like, I have to go to a dermatologist. This looks horrible. It hurts. It itches. I can't do this. Turns out it was contact dermatitis, and I don't know the exact ingredient. I've done some research. People are saying it's the ingredient hema that's in the UV gel. And then after I got a topical steroid, it still took about like 2 weeks to clear. So
I've been getting gel nails done since probably I was like 15 years old. I've been doing them for as long as I can remember, like getting a gel manicure. There are times in my life where I would literally get a gel manicure every 2 weeks because I hate not having my nails done. And I'd always been like kind of concerned about the fact that the lamps were UV lamps, but they're so ubiquitous in nail salons, and so many people do gel nails that I never really thought it was a problem. Flash forward to like 8 months ago, I got a little birthmark on my finger. It was totally new, right here. And it was the size of a splinter, like so small, but I could just tell there was something there. I literally thought it was like a piece of wood or a splinter, so I tried to dig it out with a safety pin. Don't ever do that. And it turns out that it was not a splinter. It was like a mole or a birthmark that I didn't have at birth. And it turned from a splinter, and I would say like by scale, it must have increased like 6 times the size within 8 months. And it was kind of like a line formation right next to my nail. So if you know anything about skin cancer, a line on your nail is something to be very worried about. So I ended up going to the dermatologist, and they let me know that they were pretty concerned about it, and they think that repeat UV exposure could have caused it to get larger so quickly. And typically when a birthmark or something like that grows that quickly in size that you didn't have from birth, then there's a little bit of room for concern. So I ended up having to get it biopsied. So I no longer have it, but it was right here, and I'm just waiting on results.
And this is the part people do not realize. Once you develop an allergy to certain nail chemicals, it may not just be a one-time issue. Some women say they cannot get gel anymore. Some say even a tiny exposure brings the reaction back. Some people become sensitive to ingredients that may also show up in other products or medical materials. So this is not just, oh, my manicure went bad. This can become a long-term problem. And that is what makes it scary. because a lot of people are not being warned before they sit down.
I never thought I would have to make this video, but here we are. I have been doing my gel mani at home for about 2 years, never had any problems, and I became really good at it. And the reason I started doing them at home is because when we moved to Myrtle Beach, nail salons there are terrible. So I had no choice but to start doing my own nails, and I really enjoy it. And for my gel polish, it's very important. I have been using OPI gel polishes. They are great, but the problem with the OPI gel polish is that it's so funny because you can't really buy it unless you have a beauty license. I don't have a beauty license, but you can find gel polish, OPI gel polish at TJ Maxx. The only problem, they don't have like a huge selection of colors, so you just have to work with what they have. And one day I was like, there must be something on Amazon as far as the gel polish that people love, it lasts. Long story short, I found Beetles. Okay, this is the brand that has millions of reviews, great reviews, and they have so many different colors, so I bought them. Okay, it's November, my 41st birthday is coming up, and I'm about to do my nails. I chose this color, it's so pretty, it's bright and vibrant. It's about 3 p.m. I'm done with my gel mani, and right away I feel like a tingly sensation on my nails. I never felt that before, but it reminds me something if you go to the salon and you put your nails under the UV lamp, sometimes you feel that tingly sensation. That's how it felt. But as the day goes by, that tingly sensation becomes more intense and it grows into a painful sensation. Nothing too crazy. We go out to dinner. It's 8 p.m. At dinner, the pain becomes very, very intense. At this point, I feel like my nails are burning. We go home, go to bed. My nails are still burning. I can't fall asleep. I keep tossing and turning. I wake up every 40 minutes or so. And then around 1:30 a.m., I woke up from the most intense pain, and at this point it feels like somebody ripped off my nails and poured acid on them. I can't take that pain anymore. I did not wake up my husband. I took some Tylenol. I go to bed. The pain never goes away. So at 3 a.m., I don't know what to do with myself. I jump on ChatGPT. I described all of my symptoms. I included all of the products I used, and turns out this brand from Amazon, it has an ingredient HEMA, I believe, and it's a known ingredient to cause chemical burns and allergic reaction to the nails. And it tells me, ChatGPT tells me, to remove this gel polish immediately. But the thought of removing gel polish from my nails terrifies me. And to remove the gel polish, you gotta buff off the top layer of the polish, and then you gotta soak them in acetone. I don't know how I did it. I have zero memories of doing it. I feel like my brain blocked all of that pain because I don't remember anything. But the second I removed the gel polish, I felt so much better, like 10% better, but the pain lasted for, I would say, 3 to 5 days. Every day it would become less and less. But look at my nails. They are so thin, and I used to have very beautiful, very strong nails.
The DIY gel nail trend also needs its own conversation, because TikTok made everyone feel like they could become a nail tech overnight. You buy the lamp, you buy the gel polish, you buy the little nail tips, you buy the glue, you watch 3 tutorials. Suddenly, you are at your kitchen table doing Gel X like you are licensed, insured, and ready to open a salon. And listen, I get it. Nails are expensive. Everyone wants to save money. It feels fun to do them at home. And when they come out cute, you feel like you just beat the system. But the issue is that a lot of people do not know how dangerous uncured gel can be. If the gel does not cure all the way, if it touches the skin, if the lamp is not strong enough, if the layers are too thick, if you rush the process, you can expose your skin to ingredients that may trigger contact dermatitis or a gel allergy. And the worst part is that many DIY videos only show the aesthetic. They show the color, the shape, the design. The Amazon nail kit changed my life moment. But they do not explain safety. They do not explain curing time. They do not explain avoiding skin contact. They do not explain that if your fingers itch or burn, you should stop. They do not explain that once your body develops an allergic reaction, you may not be able to go back. And that is the problem with beauty TikTok. It teaches the look before it teaches the risk.
I think I got contact dermatitis and it's so annoying because I've done my nails so long and it did happen to me. This is what my nails look like. Right here, like on all of my cuticles, they are swollen, and I woke up in the middle of the night after I did my nails. I just painted on top of my natural nails with the gel. I woke up in the middle of the night after I did them and they were like itchy right here, like all just like right here, not anywhere like on top of here, just right here and on my thumbs.
I've had a lot of people ask how I developed contact dermatitis, specifically what I was doing that ended up causing it. So to start, in short form, I was not doing my nails safely. I loved getting my nails done at the salon, always watched how they did it, so I kind of had a general idea about what to do. Looked up tons of like YouTube videos, TikTok videos, but none of them really told you how to do it safely. So one of the most important things that I want you to take away from this, and like watching any DIY nail video, is that you need to cure the polish 100%. So 90 seconds or more. You know it's cured when you can touch it and nothing comes off. You can stick a toothpick in it and there's no polish. If there's polish on it, cure it again. So I developed it from basically not curing my polish. I would be in a rush and cure like the first layer for like 30 seconds and then paint another layer on it. So that layer underneath was not curing all the way, which means I've had uncured polish on my hands, which is a huge no-no and is one of the top reasons why you develop contact dermatitis.
So if you're probably like me, I was getting gel on my nails for like 10 years. And then came along Russian manicures and hard gel. Of course, I dove right into this because they were so beautiful, and it is still so beautiful. And if you ever had hard gel, you know that it has to be taken off very specifically and properly, or you can like extremely damage your nails. But last year I went to Italy for an entire month, actually longer than a month, and my nails started to grow so much that they started chipping and breaking, and it was just a mess. So I went to a spa there to try to get them to remove it, and this is where it all went south. They could not remove it for the life of them, like acetone, the buzzer, like everything. It was a disaster, and I was like literally thought my nails were gonna fall off. That being said, we finally got it off, and my nails were so thin. And this isn't because they pried in pride, honestly, like I was trying to go gentle, but because when you have hard gel, you never actually fully take off your nail polish. They always leave like a little bit of a layer to keep the strength, and they add more on top. So when you take that stuff completely off, underneath, it would hurt to go like this, like just to brush my nails on my skin. Anything I did, they would break, they'd go down. I would break my nails like halfway down my nail, like here, and they would cut across, and I would have to like crazy glue it on, because if I had my freaking finger exposed like that, it was raw and sore. It was a mess. So I took a hiatus for a solid 7 months. I'm like, I'm getting my nail strength back. I can't do this anymore.
This is the kind of trouble you can get into by having gel nails. Number one, you see that little red bump on the side of her nail. That's called a pyogenic granuloma. We also call it proud flesh. And it's similar to what happens with an ingrown toenail. So the manicurist very aggressively attacked her cuticles with a cuticle nipper and cut the skin there. And the skin then tries to heal itself, and it goes a little crazy and it overheals. That's why it's called proud flesh. So there becomes this beefy red bump that has to be removed. You don't want to have that happen. Now there's some other changes in the nails that you'll see as well. Notice how her nails are very fragile. You can see they're almost peeling. And that is because every time she goes to remove the gel nail, she has to soak her nails in that strong acetone nail polish remover. And then they take a device and they start scraping. So they scrape the polish, but they also scrape part of your nail plate off, and that's not good. And then you notice the horizontal ridges she has in her nails. That's interesting because that can happen obviously with any kind of manicure. That's because the manicurist takes that pusher, that cuticle pusher, and pushes back on your cuticles at the base of your nail. And as the nail grows out, you can see where the nail bed has been affected. So you get the horizontal lines that reflect each time the nail bed has been traumatized. I think of it a little bit like split ends of the hair. When your hair grows out and you're blow drying it and coloring it and combing it and whatnot, at the ends, your hair develops split ends. That's like the tip of the nail.
The removal process is another part people do not talk about enough, because sometimes the damage is not just from the gel itself. It is from the removal, the soaking, the acetone, the scraping, the drilling, the filing, the tech being too aggressive, the nail plate being thinned over and over again until your natural nails feel like paper. And if you have ever taken off hard gel, Gel-X, or acrylic incorrectly, you know exactly what I mean. Your nails feel tender. They bend. They split. They break low. They feel raw when they touch anything. You cannot even scratch your arm without feeling like your finger is exposed. And that is when you realize your natural nails were not actually strong underneath all that product. They were being protected and damaged at the same time. That is why breaks matter. Your nails need time to recover. Your nail beds need time. Your cuticles need time. Your hands need time. But the beauty industry does not really encourage breaks because breaks do not make money. A standing appointment every 2 weeks does.
When you get gel manicures, they actually use UV light to harden the nail polish. This UV light can actually lead to DNA damage, DNA mutations, increasing your risk of cancer. A study recently found that the UV light is of concern because it can again increase your risk of cancer such as nail melanomas. So basically skin cancer underneath your nails.
Why did no one warn me or tell me that this is painful? Why did no one warn me or tell me that this is painful? Okay, I don't know if I'm a wuss or if I'm just like my pain tolerance. Like I have 6 tattoos, okay? I've endured pain. This is on another level. I actually thought I saw the gates of heaven. No one warned me. Everyone's like, get Gel X, it's so cool, girl. Yeah, she put the glue on and then put that light. The pain was shooting up my hand, from my nail bed to my hand, to my wrist, to up my arm. I was shocked. I literally had to pull away because I was like wincing in pain, and she was like, I know. I was like, does this happen to everybody? Like, does this burn all the time? Like, what is happening here? Why is this actually sizzling my nail bed? And she was like, that's just how it is. And I was like, yeah, this is not for me. I endured it. They look really pretty. Like I wanted like a milky white, but I'm so sorry. I will not endure that pain again.
Out of nowhere, they just start burning. It literally feels like you're setting my cuticles on fire. And we all just sit there and act as if everything is fine. Like, does anyone know exactly what's happening during those moments? Because I literally just feel like I have to suck it up and not say anything, but I'm like slowly moving my hand out of that machine, just hoping that no one's noticing. But I know I need to keep it in there because I know my nails need to dry or stick or whatever it is. But no, like, it hurts. I can't be the only one. And this only happens when I get gel. Is it the gel that's like leaking onto my skin?
This is extremely random, but very important if you regularly get your nails done like I do. And maybe people already know this, but like, I've never really thought that much about this, aside from the fact my mom has brought this up to me before, but I guess it didn't really like fully register. I feel like I'm at the age now where I'm starting just to like make better choices all around for like my health and my body and my wallet. Anyways, the last time my mom was here, I had some fresh red nails and she asked if I still do gel, and the answer is yes. I do get gel manicures probably every 3 weeks, and she asked if I wear sunscreen when I go, and I do not sunscreen on my hands. And the reason that she asked me that is because, you know, when you get your nails done and you're putting it in the light box for, I don't know what it is, like 30 seconds, 60 seconds, each time between coats to cure your nails, that's UV light on your hands. So just like we protect the skin on our face from the sun and from UV rays, we really need to be protecting our hands as well, especially since we're literally directly putting them in and out of this light box. And I've probably been regularly going to get my nails done for like the past year and every 3 weeks. And I'm feeling really anxious about the damage I probably caused my hands. So going forward, I'm either going to apply the sunscreen before I go. I know like a lot of nail salons, including mine, like you wash your hands when you get in there, but I think like a lot of sunscreen is waterproof. So it probably would still help. Or I'll be honest with my nail salon and let them know I'm going to wash my hands, but I'm going to put sunscreen on after to protect my skin from the UV light, because hands are the first part of your body to show aging. And you can do all this stuff to your face and your neck and your chest to help anti-age yourself, but there's really nothing you can do with your hands. I know Kim Kardashian's talked about this as well, because hands are the first giveaway of how old you are. Moral of the story, always listen to your mom, and if you're regularly getting gel manicures like I am, maybe consider wearing a sunscreen on your hands. I'm not sure if it's the same for dip. My sister said with dip, you cure the last step, so I don't know if it's as important.
There is the UV lamp conversation. And I know this is where people start arguing because some say the risk is small. Some say it is not a big deal. And some people are like, I have been doing gel nails for 10 years and I'm fine. Okay, that may be true for you, but it is still fair for people to ask questions about repeated UV exposure. Because when you are getting gel manicures every 2 weeks for years, that is a lot of time with your hands under a lamp. And some women are saying they notice darker nail beds, hyperpigmentation, changes around their nails, or new spots that made them go to the dermatologist. Now, I am not here to diagnose anybody, but I do think it is reasonable to say that people should be more informed before making gel manicures a lifelong habit. Because the hands are still skin. The nail area is still skin. And if we are told to wear sunscreen on our face every day because UV exposure matters, why are we acting like UV exposure on the hands is completely irrelevant? At the very least, people should know they can use fingerless UV gloves or sunscreen before appointments if they still want gel nails. That is the kind of information that should be normal. And can we please talk about how many women ignore their gut during beauty appointments? One woman said the salon owner convinced her to try Gel X because it was new. Then the nail tech herself seemed unsure. Then she warned her it was going to burn. Excuse me? If the person doing the service is saying, "Are you sure?" and it is going to burn really bad, that is the moment to get up. Not in a rude way, not in a dramatic way. Just a simple, actually, no thank you. My natural nails and I are going home. Because a lot of us have been conditioned to sit through discomfort to avoid being difficult. The nails are burning. Stay quiet. The brows are burning. Stay quiet. The hair color is burning. Stay quiet. The lashes are irritating your eyes. Stay quiet. The tech is filing too deep. Stay quiet. No. If something feels wrong, say something. Being polite is not worth damaging your body. The emotional part of nail damage is also real. People act like it is just nails. They grow back. But when you are used to always having your nails done, bare nails can feel strange. Some women said they felt less feminine without polish. Some said their mood depended on whether their nails were freshly done. Some said they hated the idea of not being able to get gel anymore. And honestly, that says a lot about how beauty maintenance becomes tied to identity. For some people, nails are not just decoration. They are part of how they feel put together. They are part of their routine, their confidence, their style, their self-expression. So when an allergy or damage forces you to stop, it can feel like losing something. But at the same time, your health has to come first. Cute nails are not worth swollen cuticles, lifting nail beds, infections, allergic reactions, pain, or lifelong sensitivity. They're just not. I'm not going to sit here and act like I have never gotten gel nails. I have. I still do sometimes. But I also know that I do not get them nearly as often as some of these women do. I started only a couple of years ago, and I've probably had gel polish less than 20 times. But even with that, making this video really made me reconsider how casual I have been about it. Because sometimes we assume that if we do something only occasionally, or if nothing bad has happened yet, then we do not need to worry. But these stories remind me that your body can react at any time. You can be fine for years, and then one manicure changes everything. So the message is not that everyone needs to stop getting gel nails forever. Some people get gel manicures and never have a problem. Some salons are careful. Some techs are educated. Some clients take breaks, protect their skin, and do just fine. But the message is that gel nails are not as harmless as social media makes them look. They are not just shiny polish. They involve chemicals, lamps, curing, filing, removal, skin contact, and potential reactions that people need to take seriously. And if your fingers are itching, burning, swelling, blistering, peeling, lifting, or hurting after a manicure, do not ignore it just because the nails look pretty. Take them off. Call a professional. See a dermatologist. Listen to your body. Because your nails can grow back, the allergies and damage can change what you are able to do in the future. And maybe this is the bigger issue with beauty culture. Everything is marketed like a harmless little upgrade until people start getting hurt. Gel nails, brow lamination, lip flips, filler, Botox, cosmetic procedures. It is always quick, easy, cute, painless. Everyone does it until it is not. So before you book the appointment or buy the DIY kit, do your research. Ask what products are being used. Make sure the gel is cured properly. Do not let products sit on your skin. Do not ignore burning. Do not let anyone drill your natural nail down to nothing. And please do not keep going back every 2 weeks if your body is clearly reacting. Because no manicure is worth losing your nail bed over. So I want to know what you think. Are gel nails worth the risk? Or is this another beauty trend people are finally starting to question?